You know, I can agree that character design and personality is what hooks you in. It's what draws your interest in. You could view it as the bait. And I say this because the number one thing I think about, I've been a gamer for a very long time. I've played games since regular Nintendo. You know, back then, the only way you could make a judgment call on a video game is you would go into a pawn shop of some sorts, and they would have this big ass basket of video games. And when I say it, for the new people who don't understand this, 30-year-olds and up will probably understand this, or around that age group. But because I was like 5 years old at this time, but basically there was this big ass basket of games inside of a store. You would walk in, and when I say it was just like games all over the place in this big compartment, right? And you would just go in there and shuffle through, and you just had a picture on the Nintendo game, a picture, that's it. And it had a title, and then you had character designs or like some type of picture for you to like visualize what this game was going to be like. This was my experience. And if that picture was not intriguing enough, if it didn't look cool to me, I was like, yeah, that game's probably trash. You know what I'm saying? That was probably 50% of the reason of whether you would play a game or not. The other 50% was it got word of mouth around the street, and the magazines told you about this game, and it was hyped up by like journalists and people who were in this industry. So I go back to I always go back to the very fundamentals of something when I'm trying to understand a perspective. And then let's go a little bit deeper here. Final Fantasy VII. I think we can all agree it would be nothing without the design of Sephiroth and Cloud and Tifa and Aerith and Barret, right? And so on and so forth. But like, they drew you into the game. They did not like become who they are without the game's story and gameplay, right? So the bait is the character design, but the whole entire like substance and foundation is absolutely story and gameplay and combat. Final Fantasy IX is nothing but without Zidane, and Steiner and Kuja as the antagonist, and you know, Vivi, the one of the most like, goddamn man, groundbreaking mages of all time. The Final Fantasy VIII, Squall and Cypher, right? Final Fantasy X, Zidane and oh fuck man, it's been so long. Orin, goddamn Orin, and then the protagonist. I mean the girl, the love. Fuck, it's been too long, guys. But I'm just walking myself through all the games, and I'm thinking like, you know what? These people have a point to say. It's important to include character design and personality into games because they are absolutely a critical component to a good video game. But to say it takes precedence over gameplay, that is where I'm like, nah, bro. I'm sorry. My pride as a gamer can't even agree with this. There's no way I can get behind this. Don't get me wrong. Dante, absolutely. The design of Dante and Virgil are absolutely what carried Devil May Cry, but they're nothing without the combat. The action, the genre is actually what made them so much more cooler, because you were like, oh my God, I wonder what they're doing, what they could do, what they're capable of. And that's why I'm trying to find a common ground to make the gacha space a more healthier space in terms of the development of its games, because right now I feel like we're in a place where if you prioritize character design and personality over combat, you're basically enabling these developers to give you banger ass designs with horrible ass gameplay, or just mid and the bare minimum in terms of quality for gameplay and live service updates to what you're able to do inside of that game. See, from where I stand, if you take gameplay and combat out of the picture, then you just have a TV show and you have an anime where it's like you can go find that anywhere, you know what I mean? But gaming, the whole core component of gaming is to play the video game. All right, if you take story and combat out of the picture, then you just have an animated NPC that's only going to do what the game has programmed them to do. You're just looking at a animated NPC that looks good, but they're just doing this. It's just, NPC is not real. It's fictional. What is this obsession that you have with character design? That's what I'm trying to get to. And y'all know me, I don't care about stepping on toes and offending people because I'm coming from a place of pure intentions, and there's no malice, there's no, there's no ill intent with this conversation I'm trying to have. I really need to know, why the hell are you so fixated on character design and character design to the point where you think it's more important than combat and gameplay? There's no way as a gamer that has pride as a gamer can sit there and say, yeah, I don't care what that character does. If they don't look good, then I'm not playing them. Well, it's like, bro, are you even a gamer? And I don't mean to offend you. I'm just saying, are you a fucking gamer? Like, because gaming, when you go back to the fundamental components of it, at its core, graphics and character design were a subsidiary of gameplay. They weren't the thing that decided whether you were going to play the game or like continue playing the game. They were just an element of it. You go back, I was speaking to my better half about this. Sorry if my thoughts are all over the place. I'm pretty raw with my video content, and I get passionate, and I'm just like, I'm also ADHD, so I'm like thinking about 100 different things at once, guys. Sorry if I'm like jumping all over the place. This is an interesting conversation though. I was speaking to my better half, and I was saying like, babe, when you play Mario Kart, like, why do you play Mario Kart? She was like, well, because it's fun, but honestly, when we do play Mario Kart, I play Peach every single time because I love Peach. And I said, okay, but if you take Peach out of the game and you just make everybody look the exact same, you're still gonna play Mario Kart, right? She's like, yeah, of course. I'm like, because the game's fun and you love the concept of the gameplay. That's why you play Mario Kart. But what I didn't talk with her about, and I ended up talking about myself, was, and this is the argument of character design, you probably never even would give Mario Kart a chance if you didn't play Mario and love Mario and Luigi and the characters that are in that game. So there's an argument to be made there, but Mario Kart in and of itself, you don't play it because Peach is in the game. She is somebody you like. You take Peach out of the game, you're still gonna play it because the game is fun because of the concept of it. So after providing this kind of context, I think it's important to establish, we can all agree that character design and personality, without a shadow of a doubt, have a role to play in gaming. No doubt about that. I'm not taking it away from it. The value is even high. We can make that argument. But to say you won't play a character if the character doesn't look good, I genuinely believe in my mind, body, and soul that is the most ignorant shit, and it screams I get no play in real life. That's what it screams. I don't get no play in real life. I don't talk to the people of interest in real life because I'm too scared to be denied. And so I kind of find a bit of a vice and a temporary band-aid inside of these games to like fill that void I don't get in real life. I'm just calling it like it is. I don't mean to be offensive, but what the fuck? It just doesn't make any other sense to my brain, When I played Zenless Zone Zero, the bear looked like the most dog shit design for me. I could not give a fuck less about that bear design in Zenless Zone Zero. I didn't even want to play him because I didn't like the design, but I'm also mature enough to understand like design is not everything. So I played with the bear. I shit you not, the bear is one of my favorite characters in the game. After playing with him, I ended up loving the design. Like, holy shit, this bear goes hard. This is actually lit. He has a counter, bro. He's super tanky. He feels bulky, but yet elusive at the same time. He provides a value to my team composition that is just incredibly synergistic to the 3-man rotation, concept. I know you guys are looking forward to that, man. I just been very busy. That's getting off topic, but getting back to it. If all I did was say, oh, the Bears chalk shit, I'm never gonna play it because I don't like that. You see what I'm saying? The ignorance in that, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, bro, you gotta understand there's more than just character design and personality. There's the combat, there's the story, there's the feel. That is a toxic mentality to say, I'm not playing characters if the character design is trash. And I get it. A lot of you guys, it's gonna go in one ear and out the other. Ignorance is bliss. And ignorance is also, Dr. Ratio's mission to be cured in the world. But some of y'all, it will resonate with you and you will actually wake up and understand, okay, I am being ignorant when I say this. And that's the whole purpose of this video. It's always to try and find a common ground that is like a undeniable, intelligent, correct answer to arrive at. But I think saying character design is more important than gameplay is like the wrong mentality. But saying that character and design and personality is important to the enjoyment of the game is I'm okay with. It shouldn't take precedence over combat though. There's so many more like things I want to go into to this topic of conversation, but I need to think on it more. And maybe we can do a follow-up video down the road. Who knows? Probably won't. I always say that and we don't. Comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please. That's it. That's all she wrote. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys on the flip side.